just working one of the nicest, straight from Baltimore artists, CMoney in the building. CMoney, what's going on, man?
Man, what's going on, man? Hard work, studio sessions, you know. I guess I say networking, you know, a lot of that, pretty much. That's where I'm at with it right now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Shows, yeah, that's me right now.
So everything's going good?
Of course, yeah.
That's good.
Like I'm alive, so you know, yeah. I'm blessed. Like I said, you
I
know.
hear that. So you grew up in Baltimore?
I got, you know, my father being from Annapolis and my mother being from Baltimore, it's like I grew up in two different areas, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, my parents not together, first off, but yeah, it's like growing up, I pretty much, I done been to, you know, I done lived in Annapolis, I done lived in Baltimore, I done lived in Baltimore County, you know what I'm saying? I done live everywhere, man. So it's like, I'm putting the whole state on my back, the whole state of Maryland, you know, as a whole. I can't sit here and say I'm from one particular place.
Is any of them like sort of like a culture shock at all? From like so many
I'd probably say when I moved to Owens Mills in the Ricestown area at first, initially, it was a major culture shock. Like I can adapt to any environment. You know, you could throw me anywhere, and I'm gonna adapt to any environment. You know, wherever I'm at.
Have you? Is there like, so Annapolis is sort of like the country compared to Baltimore City.
Compared to Baltimore, yeah. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, you know, everywhere it's like, it's hoods everywhere. And I had to, growing up in Baltimore and, you know, being around the Sandtown area a lot, when I came up, it's like, I didn't think anywhere was worse than that. You know what I'm saying? But when I went to Jamaica, I saw a whole nother, like, I don't know. It's like, it's rough out there. I'm going to say that much. It's rough compared to Baltimore, you know. It's like a third world out there in certain places.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, it's a third world. You know.
What was the interactions with the police like with your time in there?
My interactions with police, I don't really have too many interactions with police because I go about my business and I carry myself with respect, so I don't have no issues with police. You know what I'm saying? But as far as, you know, that whole ride situation, you know, I stay out the way. I don't got time to be sitting here fighting the police. What I'm gonna gain from that? You know what I'm saying? Fighting the police and doing all type of goofy shit like that. I mean, no disrespect to the people that did that, but I don't have time for that. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about a check. You feel what I'm saying? If it ain't got nothing to do with a check, it ain't got nothing to do with me. So I mind my business and stay out the way. I ain't even got time for none of that. Like it was I don't know, it was like it's a touchy situation. But at the same time, it speaks to a bigger issue. I feel like, you know, coming up, it's not really, coming up in Baltimore, it's really not many outlets, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's hard as hell to get a job. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's hard as hell to get a job out here, like, you know what I'm saying? It's tough, and it's like, when you have you know, when you get frustrated from all that, you know what I'm saying, not finding a job, and then you got people going back and forth from jail. When you come out of jail, you gonna be criminalized. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have a record on your name. So every time you go to get a job, they gonna pull your file up, and they gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's like the system is so fucked up. It's like it speaks to a bigger problem why those kids was riding. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's how I feel like. What I feel like, you know, but. So you got some people that's naive that never been and never struggled through anything, so they not gonna understand it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, I just feel like it was a bigger issue at hand that people was missing the whole thing. Like them kids, they ain't had nothing to lose. That's why they was doing that shit. But
did your surroundings have an influence on your sound in music?
I'd probably say somewhat, but you know, when I grew up, I didn't really like, as far as artists around here, I was never really influenced by any artists in Baltimore. The only artist I was really influenced by growing up was probably Lil Wayne, you know, Jeezy, Boosie, a lot of Louisiana artists, Currency, artists like that influenced me. Of course, Biggie. Don't get me wrong, Baltimore got a lot of talent out here, but I feel like everybody sounds the same. You know, everybody sounds the same. And I mean, some people might take offense to that. And I mean, if they do, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of people out here, they definitely sound the same. You definitely got the select few that sound good, and I listen to them, some of them every now and then. You know, when I get a chance, but everybody sound the same to me. I mean, that's just my opinion. You know.
I mean, mainly the thing that I hear when I listen to them, pretty much is what everybody in the music industry, period, is talking about is, you know, selling drugs,
right? You know, the typical dope boy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean,
that's I don't know. That's just the thing. I don't know. I guess that's the thing to do. I don't know.
Did anything from the city or your surroundings at all influence your style?
Definitely. Actually named my whole mixtape Charm City, and then I think seeing that ride stuff definitely did influence a lot of. I probably said it did influence me. I lost a couple friends, you know, to the system. Some of them are not here today, but you know they died actually from, you know, being murdered and stuff like that. And I put that in some of my old work in my last project, Charm City Volume 1. To anybody that's listening, you can go download that on that piff, you know. But that's pretty much, you know, that's pretty much what influenced me. Like, you know, dealing with everyday situations.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Any favorite artists from Baltimore or from the Maryland area, period?
That I listen to?
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I'd probably say the favorite one I've been listening to as a recent, it's probably Bandhunta Izzy, I think that's his name. Yeah, I done heard some nice stuff from him. Like he got some alright tracks. You know, I like his sound. You know what I'm saying? The production on the beat. I like the, you know, how he be flowing on it. You know, all that. You know, I like big salute to Test. I like what he's doing. Tate Kobang got his own wave going right now.
Yeah.
I definitely like what he's doing. There's probably a couple other people. Of course, Moose. I like Moose. Moose got his own sound too. He putting on for Baltimore. I definitely salute what he's doing, you know. But yeah, that's a couple of artists just to name a few.
The Rick Ross and Birdman situation.
Rick Ross and Birdman.
Yeah, the idols became rivals.
Yeah.
From Rick Ross. What's your thoughts on that?
On that whole, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of actually like that song that Rick Ross did. I think me to see competition, absolutely, as long as it don't get, you know, I feel like they should just keep it hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like in Miami and certain places, I don't know, maybe not even Miami. You know, certain places I feel like you can do that, but like in a city like Baltimore, that's not something. You know, it's just something that just can't fly. Like people get killed out here for shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like Rick Ross, you know, it was a good song. I feel like.
I mean, why do you think that is though with Baltimore? Like, why do you think people can't just keep it hip hop though?
I don't know, man. Baltimore just a different breed. It's a different breed. Like,
I think it's like, because people, like, there's no jobs and there's no outlets and stuff like that.
There's no outlets, but I don't know. As far as, I don't know, man. I really can't even explain why. Like, I really don't even have the answer to that, to be honest. Like, Baltimore just Baltimore, man. We just our own entity, man. Like, we like no other city. Like, you can't compare Baltimore to any other city on the planet, because it's nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? But
do you think if Baltimore got more recognition, people might be a little more lenient on the beef side of the music?
That's a good question. Would we be more lenient?
Because I mean, nobody Nobody's really made it like super big
Yeah.
from Baltimore. Really, I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, when you had Los, you had well, Los is probably the biggest, to be honest. I can't think of no artist bigger than Los. I mean, people be saying Pac is from Baltimore, but he really, he really went to the West Coast. He never really claimed it. His mother, I think they said his mother was on drugs, but he went to the Baltimore School of Arts.
Yeah.